My name's Evan Lehmann. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm in the 12th grade. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis is not just a gateway arch, it's crumbling shopping centers, unaccredited schools, and food deserts, too. For this reason, St. Louis is often characterized by its disparity, segregation, and inequality. These characteristics came into the spotlight the moment Michael Brown was shot on August 9, 2014. On August 9th, St. Louis became the contemporary Selma, our streets the Edmund Pettus Bridge. I was a little late to the protests. For the first few months after Michael Brown was killed, I stayed in the world of Twitter activism. The morning after the non-indictment, though, I decided to lace up my marching shoes, grab a few friends, and brace the November cold alongside other activists. We began the morning with a prayer vigil that was reminiscent of clergy activism under Martin Luther King Jr. and Ralph Abernathy. Unsurprisingly, we discussed the importance of peace that morning, too. We then marched through the affluent streets of St. Louis. Signs read, "Black Lives Matter," "No Justice, No Peace," and "White Silence is Violence." White silence is violence. After I went home, shed my coats, and warmed my toes, that line reverberated in my mind. I kept pondering it, and it began to make sense. I benefit from an immense amount of racial privilege, and it is essential that I speak up in a way that disrupts apathy and ignorance. If I don't speak up, I myself am complicit. I'm permitting a system of racism to exist if I don't use my voice to combat it. So, the next week I bought a cardboard box and some blue paint and made a "White Silence is Violence" sign of my own. Since then, it's been my companion at every single peaceful action I've attended. I hope to inspire others to stand up, speak out, and take action. On Bloody Sunday in 1965, Martin Luther King Jr., John Lewis, and numerous others marched for voice. And despite voting rights being furthered, many people in our society still lack this fundamental right. Due to discriminatory voting policies, elitist politics, and oppressive policing, American people are being stripped from the constitutional right to be heard. That's why protesting is so essential. From St. Louis to Selma, protesting is a way to give voice back to the communities of the unheard. No matter how many times people in 1965 or people in 2015 try to silence our First Amendment right, peaceful organizing will prevail. Every protest, every march, and every outspoken person can help inch towards the reclamation of our autonomy and self-determination. A community with voice creates better schools, better government, and a better life for us all. As illustrated in Selma, a strong community can accomplish anything. With this realization, I began to organize in my high school. I brought Ferguson to a dialogue group I had started a few months back. And a diverse group of peers and I dissected the roots of our current state, and we planned how to raise awareness in our own school. First, we organized a die-in, where over 30 students laid on the ground for 4.5 minutes of silence during our passing period. This was to represent the 4.5 hours Michael Brown's body was left on that street. Then we organized a walkout, and over 100 students raised their voices with us. I've also become extremely involved with my social justice action team to uplift the opinions and perspectives of those who are too often silenced. The organizing is not slowing down. I continue to raise others' awareness in my own community. I organized under the mantra I found at my first march: "My silence is violence. If I don't use my voice, others will remain silenced." And this is not just a St. Louis problem, nor is it just a racial problem. People are being silenced and stripped of their liberties throughout our country and throughout our world. To further the dreams of those who marched on Bloody Sunday, we must peacefully but urgently move in unity to secure the constitutional rights that have been taken away. Thank you.